everybody? This is Bull Run Crypto, and today we're going to talk about, has alt season begun? Is it underway? Is it confirmed? Is it happening? And we're going to take a look at all of that and see what's going on with the market. So let's do a deep dive into this. If you're new to the channel, definitely subscribe. We're going to be getting right into it with alt season coming up. So first thing that we want to talk about is this here graph. People are already comparing it to 2020, or in this case, they should be talking about 2021 because that's really what 2025 is similar to. But you can see the chart is still the same, or you can see the chart is still having the same point of the market went down like this, and then all of a sudden it just ripped. And it starts ripping probably around maybe April, May, June, and then it kind of slows back down, and then it ultimately peaked last time in November. And I'm just showing you how people are tracing it. So we've got people out there, even though they're not providing the most accurate information, Vishal Technozone is still doing his best to give you an idea of what's going on. And then you have this right here, this graph right here, mega alt season is about to start. Now, keep in mind, all these people are just assuming that we're following the same trend of years before. The thing is, we don't know if we're gonna if it's gonna happen for sure, because if it was just that easy, then everyone would just say, "Hey, pile all your money in." But we know that the market likes to fake people out, and we know that things change over time. We're just assuming based on historical data that this is what is coming. So you can see they're using the word 3ND alt season, but really what they mean third alt season possibly coming here. So let's take a look at the market and really zoom out. But I'm just showing you where people are charting it against 2021 because that's where we're really looking at. So we'll do a deep dive into, say, Bitcoin. Let's just look at Bitcoin and zoom out to the all, okay? So in 2021, you could see right here, Bitcoin reached its previous high around November 2021. So that would mean November 2025 is where we would be anticipating a sell-off if the market does exactly what it did last time. But guess what? In 2017 and 2018, it did not do that. And I don't know why people don't talk about this, because in 2017, 2018, January 7th, 2018 actually, is when we hit the all-time high back then in 2018 of around $18,000. Maybe you could say it went as high as 20, but looking back on it, it's been recorded as around 18,000. So why did the market take an extra leg up this time in 2021? And could we be looking at another third leg here? So as this one did 2 peaks, what if this time we do 3 peaks? So we get the bull run that happens around March, April, and then because if you look right here, you can see March and April is when we are really looking frothy, right? See that right there? March and April 2021, March and April 2025. But what if we don't get any action in March or April this time? Does that mean that it's done? That it's not going to happen? No, it just means that we're not following the exact same historical path. You know, people seem to think because of the halving that we always follow the same historical path, and things typically do align that way similarly, but no two or no 3 are alike, right? So let's just put some scenarios out there. Let's say that it's possible that we get the bull run that happens around, I don't know, springtime, spring into early summer, okay? And say Bitcoin goes up to, let's say Bitcoin goes up to 130, 140, okay? Where's that leave altcoins? So that would be what would trigger the altcoins to take off. Right now, ETH has been running sideways and down. It's not doing very hot, and it did this last time, okay? So if you look at 2021, right here, it actually peaked, okay, in May, went way down. Everyone thought alt season was over up until July, and then it ran back up again in November, okay? So be cautious of the fake outs, because there's going to be a big peak, a blow off top, and then it's going to crash down, and then it's going to run back up again very strong if it follows that same pattern that it had last time. But what I'm saying is, instead of this sell off right here, there's also another peak right here, and then it kind of goes down a little bit, stagnant, and then we lead into the next halving. Okay, So these are things to keep an eye on, but I think we're going to be consistently over 70,000 from here on out. Again, not professional financial advice, but that's what it seems like. And I would say we're also really close to holding around that 100,000 mark as a new bottom heading into 2027, 2028. That's what I would anticipate. As far as Bitcoin or as far as Ethereum goes, I mean, everyone's waiting for ETH to have its $10,000 moment. You know, Eric Trump has tweeted about ETH. He said right now is looking like a good time to buy ETH. I mean, I don't know if he, is sending a dog whistle out there to people, those with ears, let them hear, or if he's just kind of guessing just like the rest of us. I don't know. That's what we're trying to figure out. But the real opportunities, I think, with Altseason are going to be with Solana, really. I think, from here, ETH going to 10,000, that's almost a 4x, okay? 4x gain if you want a really conservative play. But then again, some people think ETH is dying. But if you look at Solana here, which has recently reached its all-time high, where do we see this thing going? I mean, if it goes to the same market cap as ETH right now, we'd be looking at a $500 Solana. And then if ETH runs and Solana runs with it and finally catches or passes it, you could be looking at a $1,000 Solana. Okay? So, we're looking at a 5x very conservatively in a bull run with Solana. Whereas with ETH, we're looking at a 4x on a conservative, so I still think that Solana holds that edge. But we don't know. I mean, Solana could go to 10,000. It could completely catch ETH and go to 10,000. We don't know. This is what we're anticipating. I mean, I'm throwing out these ideas and I'm thinking about it myself, how awesome that would be. But, that would be a huge gain for a lot of you. 25x, sometimes even more than that, depending on when you bought in, right? But then you have SUI, which is another one of those opportunities to look at. But really, people are highlighting Chainlink. They think Chainlink's going to have its moment. They think Cardano's overdue. Cardano went down to 80 cents, sitting at 79 cents. Doge down to 27 cents. All of these have had mega sell-offs. Nothing's really held its value. But one thing that I would look at right now on the 7-day, XRP. XRP is 15% over the last 7 days. So it seems like when XRP sells off, it recovers very strongly and it moves quickly and gains are there to be made. But it also sells off really quickly, right? So it'll go from 315 down to 215 and then it'll rubber band back up. It snaps back up. So XRP is an interesting coin to trade, really. In a bull market scenario, XRP is a hot one. In a bear market, you know where to go. Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the store of value. Okay, so that's kind of what we're looking at right now. Everyone's getting excited about BNB. They say BNB's coming up. Binance has been known to trade so frequently that they've actually been liquidating longs and they've been really kind of manipulating the market. So with all that money they've made through manipulation, some people think they're going to be able to pump BNB with that. I stay away from BNB in general. I think CZ is actually a really nice guy. I have no reason to think that he's not. But he does have the power to manipulate if he wants to. You could say the same about Coinbase, although Coinbase on the ledger doesn't appear to do as much crazy things as Binance has been known to do. Not saying they don't do crazy things, because they do trade and do things. They're obviously in control of base layer now. So we'll see what ends up happening, but this is my outlook for why I believe that we are entering into alt season officially. And I say that because March and April last time was where we were going into it. February a bit early. We were going into it a little bit in February, so we're running a little bit late for alt season right now, just a little bit, but it appears to be coming. So I would say we're looking at like a 75% chance that we're confirmed at this point, based on historical data and based on what we're seeing with the most recent recovery. But as you know, don't be surprised if it sells off again and Bitcoin goes down and tests somewhere around 70,000. ETH could go below 2,000 if that happens. And Solana could even go below 100 because Solana and Sui will be ones that will sell off very quickly. But high risk, high reward. That's where we're at right now. That's Altseason. Altseason is a high risk, high reward scenario. See you guys on the next one.